back to Concepts of Biology. We'll continue to read Chapter 3, Section 3.3, Eukaryotic Cells. By the end of this video, you will be able to state the role of the plasma membrane. At this point, it should be clear that eukaryotic cells have a more complex structure than do prokaryotic cells. Organelles allow for various functions to occur in the cell at the same time. Before discussing the functions of organelles within a eukaryotic cell, let us first examine two important components of the cell: the plasma membrane and the cytoplasm. Figure 3.7. This figure shows A, a typical animal cell, and B, a typical plant cell. In the comment section below, answer the questions. What structures does a plant cell have that an animal cell does not have? What structures does an animal cell have that a plant cell does not have? Leave your answers in the comment section. The plasma membrane. Like prokaryotes, eukaryotic cells have a plasma membrane made up of a phospholipid bilayer with embedded proteins that separate the internal components of the cell from its surrounding environment. A phospholipid is a lipid molecule composed of two fatty acid chains, a glycerol backbone, and a phosphate group. The plasma membrane regulates the passage of some substances, such as organic molecules, ions, and water, preventing the passage of some to maintain internal conditions while actively bringing in or removing others. Other components move passively across the membrane. Figure 3.8. The plasma membrane is a phospholipid bilayer with embedded proteins. There are other components, such as cholesterol and carbohydrates, which can be found in the membrane in addition to phospholipids and proteins. The plasma membranes of cells that specialize in absorption are folded into finger-like projections called microvilli, singular microvillus. This folding increases the surface area of the plasma membrane. Such cells are typically found lining the small intestine, the organ that absorbs nutrients from digested food. This is an excellent example of form matching the function of a structure. People with celiac disease have an immune response to gluten, which is a protein found in wheat, barley, and rye. The immune response damages microvilli, and thus affected individuals cannot absorb nutrients. This leads to malnutrition, cramping, and diarrhea. Patients suffering from celiac disease must follow a gluten-free diet. This ends Chapter 3, Section 3.3, Eukaryotic Cells, the plasma membrane. In our next video, we'll read Section 3.3, the cytoplasm.